Number 25. The figure shows a graph of the function f of x in the xy coordinate plane with the vertex at 1, 9 and zeros at -2 and 4. The function g is defined by g of x is equal to -3x plus 2. Which of the statements are true? Select all that apply. Okay, and then it's asking me to compare these two outputs. So I need to have a way to compare these two. Right now I have an equation for g of x and a graph of f of x. One way to do this visually would be to graph this thing. G of x equals -3x plus 2. If I do that, this is the starting point, the base, the y-intercept, it's here. And then if I go -3 over 1, so I'd go 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1. I go backwards, 1 over 1, 1, 2, 3, over 1 up to 1, 2, 3. Let me put that on here. My other option is to make a table. I could use my graphing calculator to do that. By typing in my function and then going to the table, and here I will get outputs for g of x as well. I'm going to use the graph for now and we'll see how that does for me. So f of -2, let me label these. So this is f of x and this is g of x. F of -2 is greater than g of -2. No. G of -2 is 8. F of -2 is 0. So this is not true. F of -1 is less than g of -1. F of -1 is 5 and a little bit, looks like. No, 5. And g of -1 is also 5. So they're not less than, they're equal. F of 0 is greater than g of 0. F of 0 is greater than g of 0. Yes, that's true. This f of 0 is 8. G of 0 is 2. You can see that on the graphs there. Trying not to write it in the answer area. F of 1 is less than g of 1. F of 1 is 9. G of 1 is -1. That's not true. F of 2 is greater than g of 2. F of 2 is 8. G of 2 is -4. So that is true. Oh, I lost you there. F of 2 is 8. G of 2 is -4. You can see that on the graph. So C